Well, good evening, team. Mark and I just want to put together a quick little video with you guys and show you how V1 is coming along. The most important part that I understand is the testing system, so that's what we decided to go through first, make sure that's perfected before we start pulling data and sending data back to Randall and all that good stuff. So like I said, the first thing we're going to go over is the testing. This is part of V1 in the alpha testing. So you won't see much in there, but the testing system is up and running and it works pretty well. So I just want to show you guys around. You guys can let me know how you like it, what you want to change, what you want to critique, and all that stuff. So we'll go ahead and log in here with the user that I created, and you'll see this home page. This is essentially what Mark and I envisioned to be historical data and stuff like that. You can say, hey, Christopher took a test back in December of 2017. He logs back in and says, okay, how'd I do? I want to take this test again. I want to use some of the questions from it, yada, 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 and all that good stuff. So like I said, this is the most important part. This is the part that we want to go through first with you guys, the whole test system and stuff like that. So essentially what I'm going to do is create a new test for my user, Nick, which is me. And then you'll see these options here. Obviously I can't use them just yet because I don't have any historical data for myself. I'll wire these in once we start doing a little bit more alpha testing and beta testing and all that good stuff. Below that you will see categories. This is where the end user can say, okay, I want my questions to be based off of these specific categories. I want to be trained in this, all that good stuff. I did notice that on your guys' current system, it only seemed that there was 6 or 7 categories, but I took all 13 of these categories out of the database that I pulled from FileMaker, and I wanted to make sure that I at least had them all. So if I'm overdoing it or duplicating any of these, please let me know. I'll change them, and then we'll go from there. But like I said, anything you guys see while I'm doing this, just let me know. Feel free to send us an email to Mark and I, and then we'll make some changes. So I understand that these two are probably the biggest. It seems like they dominate all the categories, and even when there's multiple categories, it seems like they still fit into these. So I'll just go from here and take some questions out of here. You can choose essentially any of these if you wanted to. So we'll just grab all 4. Now what I do in the back end, I just say, okay, this user Nick wants 50 questions within these 4 categories. So that's what I do. Just spin them up, order them randomly, essentially, so that I get completely random questions in random order and all that good stuff. So you come in here. Here's essentially what the whole testing system will look like. It is mobile friendly. You can see right here. So if I make my screen smaller, it'll fit right here, and iPhone users, Android users will be able to use it the same as any other desktop user. Now, I don't know the answers to these questions, but I'm going to go down and just choose the same answer every time so that you guys can watch my progress bar and say, oh, this is how it works, this is how it understands correct answers, wrong answers, and stuff like that. Obviously, all these are empty because I don't have any answers that I chose. Now, we are logging the answers that the user chose so that they can, go back and review. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff we can do. Essentially, we're logging every interaction that the user has with the question and the test as a whole. So we'll just go down here. I'm just going to keep clicking A. We'll see, obviously, I guess I got that one wrong, got that one right. Just keep on going on the line. Wrong, wrong, wrong. And man, good thing I'm not a EMS guy. So essentially you can see how it works. They can keep track of their progress, like I said. They'll work the same on the phone, right down here, and it'll go down the line essentially through all 50 questions. Now at the end, I assume we'll generate some sort of report saying, okay, here's your questions, here's where you got them wrong. Maybe they can, create a practice test out of it. That's all stuff that we can decide later with you guys. But like I said, we are in an early stage. We just want to get these stepping stones out of the way so that we can get a clear visualization of everything that we're going to want to do and everything that you guys are going to want us to do. So hopefully you guys like this setup. It runs really well. Everything is essentially foolproof from this point. So hopefully we're just going forward from here. Now, like I said, if there's anything you guys want changed or you don't like the way we're doing something, if you have any questions about the tests or the progress or anything like that, please let me know. And I assume that we'll have to meet sometime next week and say, okay, here we reviewed V1 and this is what we'd like to go, this is the direction we'd like to go in. So feel free, send us an email, Mark and I, and we'll get rocking. So I'm looking forward to what we're going to do. So I appreciate it, guys. Have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you sometime next week. All right, thanks.